we made a brisket. We made a brisket at a Traeger. We made our very first brisket. And you know what? It came out every day cooking, Dad. Cooking every day. All right, welcome in, welcome back, guys. My first brisket. Yep, I'm doing my first brisket. I finally got the courage up. I guess the prices are actually coming down in Costco. Look at this. Look at this. It's back. We got a choice from Costco, Kirkland brand, $3.99 a pound. This whole thing was 66 bucks, and we're at what, 16 pounds? So this is slightly more affordable. All right, so I might cut off on us. So we're gonna go ahead and voice over this part. Now guys, I'm gonna go ahead, open this up right now. The plan is to do limited amount of trimming and cutting the fat off. Is that I just want to nail the first cook, or I just want to get through the first cook and not worry about trimming off all the fat. Because I've watched a lot of YouTube videos, and that seems to be an art in its own, just trimming the fat off of a brisket. But we're just gonna go ahead. We're gonna remove some of this loose stuff. Maybe I'm probably just gonna leave that on the backside. But look, right here, this hard fat is really, really hard. That's not gonna render. You can knock on it. So I'm gonna leave it because I'm curious to see what happens if we don't remove anything. And it appears to be holding the meat up just a little bit. So we're gonna leave it there. See what happens for our own experience and not just go by what somebody on YouTube tells you. So yeah, so this fat we're gonna try and trim back a little bit because it's right on top of the meat, and we want to season as much of the meat, not the fat, as possible. Go ahead, I'm pulling back, and guys, look what I did right there, straight to the meat. So you know what, I'm gonna kind of chill a little bit, but guys, this is addictive. Once you start trimming that fat on this thing, you want to get better and better and closer and closer. So I'm gonna leave it. This is pretty much what it's gonna be. So let's go ahead and just flip this over, and we're gonna go ahead and season it. And again, I'm gonna keep the seasoning very simple. So I'm going in with some coarse black pepper. And guys, I'm not gonna overdo it. I'm just gonna take it light. This is our first brisket, and I want to gain some knowledge and practice. So down we go with the pepper, salt, kosher salt. Okay, just get that everywhere, get it all over the place. And I probably could have put a lot more seasoning. So then we're gonna hit it with this Lowry's. Because this meat seems like it can take it. I mean, it is a big piece of meat. This is like 16 pounds of meat. You know how many people you could feed with this? So we got the Lowry's everywhere, and we're going in with some garlic powder. All right, and guys, next time I'm probably gonna use a store-bought seasoning for beef, but I just wanted to give this a try. Keep it simple. So I didn't want to bore you guys. So this is the fat side of the meat. So we got it seasoned up all over the place. We got the Lowry's, the black pepper, the salt, and garlic powder. All right, so now we're ready to go ahead and go outside and get the grill ready. All right, we got it set for 180, and this is where we're gonna do most of our cooking. We're also gonna set it for super smoke. Now I did have the grill set to 400 degrees because I wanted to just clean it out. So we gotta let it come down the temperature. So we're gonna put this on the top rack. That's it, guys. We'll see this in about 2 hours. And I'm gonna go play some DMZ, Call of Duty. All right, so 2 hours have gone by, and we're at 167, the temperature of the grill, right? 167. That 15 minutes is 15 minutes to go. So we're at 89 degrees internal temperature of the meat. Our super smoke is still rocking, and our pellets are at 90%. So let's go ahead and then go outside and take a peek and see if we need to spritz or anything like that. All right, so let's take a look. This is where we're at. Good amount of smoke. Still very soft. But you can see the seasoning is not coming off. We're gonna come back in another 2 hours. All right, guys, we're at the 3-hour mark. And this is where we're at. I'm not gonna spritz or anything. I'm just gonna go ahead and close this back down. We looking, we ain't cooking. All right, guys, we've been stuck at 138 for, I don't know, like 45 minutes or so. So I'm gonna change this from 180 and I'm gonna take it and I'm moving us up to 225. And let's try to get us to 260 because we're already 5.5 hours in. So let's take a quick look at what we got. This is where we're at. It's not black like how you see most briskets, but we're talking about eating. All right, guys, it's been about 45 minutes since we bumped it up to 220. And we're at 149 internal. Now, I'm more so going by not time, but temperature. Trying to get this to 160 and then we're gonna wrap it. So this is where we're at. It's a lot darker. Not a lot, but it's a little bit darker. Got a little pooling right there, but it's a split in the meat. So yeah, we're getting there. This is sides. All right, if we're looking, we ain't cooking. All right, guys, we're about 7 hours in now, and this is what we got. Now we've been stuck in this stall here at 154 for about almost an hour, 50 minutes, 40 minutes or so, and I think it's time to foil this up. And I'm gonna do the boat method, but let's just go ahead and see what temps we got right here. That went right through. It's 167 there. 159. Got 165. So this one is reading a little bit warmer, cooler. 163. So yeah, it's time. So we're gonna wrap this. I'm gonna close this down. I'm gonna get the aluminum foil. All right, guys. So we're gonna do the foil bolt method and see how it goes. So far for our first brisket, I'm gonna pull this out because now we're gonna just definitely go by feel. And when this goes, then we're just gonna crumble this up. Now I'm gonna double this up. Just in case it gets poked up. Yeah, I'm just gonna put a little water in here. I don't know if you're supposed to do that or not, but I am. That's just to help it along a little. And then this is going back in. So there we go. Let's take a quick look. So there's our boat, foil boat. And we'll see this when it's done. 3 hours or so. And now we're gonna raise the temp up a little. We're gonna go up to 275. And then let's just set a timer for 2 hours. 2 hours and 30 minutes. Okay, so it has now been almost 9 hours since we started cooking, and this is what we got. Let's bring it in a little closer. And this is where we ended up. This is not, it's still not like jiggly like you watched them on TV, but it's on YouTube, so this is very hard. Right here is soft. And I think this is that hard fat that we took off. Let's just see how we look. What is that on there? A wish. All right, so let's go ahead and temp this. It's tough right there, really tough. I can't even stick it through, but it's soft like butter right there. Tough right here. Then when I kind of push through, it's soft. I don't know what that means. Whoa, that really soft right here. That's like, oh, right through. Guys, I'm pulling this and I'm gonna let this sit. What are we temping at? We're coming in at 172 over here. We're 174 here. 199. I guess we'll leave it. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cover this whole thing up. Nah, I'll stay the course. I'm gonna stay the course. All right, so they're playing music in the park, so I'm gonna have to voice this part over. So, here we go, guys. I'm pulling this now. Let's just see what our temp is. 172, and it's not, I'm not sure if this is soft or not. I mean, it's going right through. Right here is just like butter. I'm gonna take it, but it's not the temperature that everybody says it should be. It's not like butter, but it's a touch tighter. I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna just see what it looks like, feels like when we cook it up. There's a lot of juice in there, a lot of water in there. Let me get a board. Okay. That was hot. Just gonna take this inside. All right, guys, so I'm gonna voice this part over. The house had a lot of talking going on and the TVs were blaring, so we're gonna voice this over. And guys, look at our meat. Look at this. Ooh, it's looking good. Guys, this is my first brisket and I'm proud. You know, we started this thing at like 5 o'clock in the morning. So let's go ahead, let's get our first slice. Guys, when we get through the fat layer, it just slides right through. And let's take a look to see what is inside. Look at that. Guys, this is juicy as all get out. Just a slight squeeze. Guys, I can't wait to try this. This is so good. Let's take a look at the other side. Guys, we didn't trim it much. As you can see, that fat on the top right there. But it's okay. You know what we can do? We can cut that away. But the next time I make brisket, it'll probably be a while because I'm going to freeze this. Because we're going to have brisket probably for the next 2 months. So I'm gonna use a store-bought. Probably go with Meat Church. Go with that. Now let's go ahead and slice this. I'm gonna do a fairly thick slice. Now, look at all that juice on the board. Now we did let this rest for about 2 hours. We did let this meat rest. There we go. The bend test. That's what everybody goes with. The bend test is bending without breaking. Okay. Let's go ahead and cut away some of this fat. Now this is the downside of leaving the fat on there. Yeah, you gotta cut it off. Right? So all of that meat, I guess, would be seasoned if we left the fat on there. Get it out of there. This is no big deal. Cut it up before you serve it. I'm only feeding 3. Now, if you're feeding everybody, I don't know, 20 people, that probably would be an issue trying to cut the fat away. So let's give this a stretch test. I guess that's good. Guys, let's give this a taste. Look at the smoke ring. Yeah, see, that tastes good, guys. You know, and that's what we wanted. Our first brisket to taste good. And guys, I'm not gonna say this is a fail, but I'm not gonna say I can't do better. We're definitely gonna do a brisket again when Costco has that low price. Everyday cooking, dad cooking every single day. Check out some of these other videos and let's get cooking.